You will be shocked by what we are about to reveal, so hold on to your seats. You will be astounded by the drama involving Arian Curry, Martell, Destiny, and Morrow in a world full of scandalous cheating rumors and unspoken facts. What if I told you that these celebrities' lives are full of lies, betrayal, and secrets no one saw coming despite their outward glitz and glamour? We're going to reveal the truth about this explosive mess, so stay tuned. Everyone, welcome back. You are aware that things are getting hotter if you have been following the most recent drama in the reality TV industry, where delve deeply into the complex web of dishonesty, treachery, and controversy involving Destiny Payton, Williams, Morrow, Scott, Martel, Holt, and Arian Curry. Today, we're going to reveal some shocking facts that you won't believe. There is a lot more going on behind the scenes than what has been shown on television, including claims that have completely shocked these celebrities, infidelity rumors, and secret affairs. We'll dissect the most shocking claims, the parties, and the jaw-dropping incidents that have caused these names to become popular. You'll hear everything from behind-the-scenes rumors to specific facts, so settle in because this is an exciting story that you won't want to miss. Let's get started by discussing the first significant drama. Let's start with Arian Curry, the main character in the scandal, and the revelation that completely shocked her. Known for her outspoken nature and lively demeanor, Arian was caught off guard by the infidelity allegations that surfaced regarding her partner Martel. Holt, you are aware that Martel is no stranger to controversy if you know him well. Although Martel, the adored love and marriage Huntsville star, has had his share of personal problems, the most recent accusations have completely upended everything. What then took place? Martel was allegedly not as devoted to Arian as he had made her think. From within their circle, rumors began to circulate that Martel had been having an affair with a member of his social and professional network. According to reports, this was a serious affair that had been going on for months, not just a passing fling. According to sources close to Arian, she was the last to learn about the affair because Martel was very good at hiding his tracks, or so he believed. It wasn't until a friend of a friend began to piece together Martel's secretive behavior. After overhearing a conversation about it, she was hit with the startling news. At that point, Martel had to face the fact that her infidelity was more than just a rumor. But this is where things start to get interesting. Some insiders claim that long before the truth was revealed, Arian had already started to notice a change in Martel's behavior. He was more aloof, less talkative, and appeared almost irritated by her presence. Although nobody wants to acknowledge that their spouse is unfaithful, you begin to notice things when you live together. At all hours of the night, Arian started to wonder where Martel was, but she never imagined hearing the truth in this form. Among the most heartbreaking scenes in this whole story, when Arian learned of the betrayal, her heart was crushed. She had been planning her future with Martel, imagining a life together. It's safe to say that she struggled with trust, self-worth, and whether or not she could save the relationship after her entire world was upended. But Arian wasn't the only one impacted by the affair. Their whole social circle was affected by the triple effects. As is always the case with scandals of this kind, people began to pick sides, while some sided with Martel and accused her of not being understanding enough. Others supported Arian and offered their support. When you're in the spotlight and everyone seems to have an opinion about your personal life, it's a cruel world. What came next then? Did this affair mean that Arian and Martel's relationship was over, or did they try to save it? Things are going to get even more complicated, so keep an eye on it. We must now delve further into the web of betrayals that ensued, as if the drama surrounding Arian and Martel's infidelity wasn't enough for those who followed the romance and marriage. Destiny Payton is another important character in this developing drama. Destiny from the Huntsville series is no stranger to controversy. Destiny, who had been one of Martel's closest friends and was well known for her feisty demeanor and candor, was thrown into a scandal that would rock the foundations of her friendship with Arian. Destiny wasn't merely a bystander to the drama between Martel and Arian. She was supposedly a confidant to both of them. However, since Martel had already been charged with cheating on Arian, that's where things start to get murky. As rumors of Martel's affair circulated, many started to wonder if Destiny knew more than she revealed. Rumors started to spread that Destiny had at the very least been aware of Martel's behavior and had chosen to remain silent about it. Let's now take a moment to discuss what may appear to be a simple friendship, but upon closer inspection, Destiny and Martel's relationship is more complex than it first appears. Insiders claimed that Destiny and Martel had some conversations that seemed more than Amicable, some conjectured that the boundaries between friendship and something more might have been hazy due to the concealment and covert glances. Could their relationship have involved more than just platonic support, as evidenced by the late-night calls? The accusations of Martel cheating must also be discussed, as if that weren't enough drama, yes, it becomes even more intricate. New rumors concerning Morrow Scott, another character on the love and marriage Huntsville scene, began to circulate, despite the fact that the Martel and Arian cheating scandal was already shocking enough. Letitia Scott's husband Morrow was the target of fresh accusations of infidelity that shocked the cast and left viewers in shock. According to people close to the group, Martel had cheated on his wife Letitia with several different women, just like Martel. Soon after the rumors surfaced on social media, both cast members and fans began to doubt Morrow's loyalty. However, similar to Martel, there was little proof to support the allegations, just rumors and charges that persisted without concrete evidence. However, things get even worse from here. According to multiple insiders, Martel and Morrow have a long history of friendship that was put to the test. Because of these infidelity scandals, some people think that Martel's betrayal could have led to more issues for Letitia and Martel, particularly as the rumors of infidelity became more widespread. The way Letitia, Morrow's wife, handled the matter was even more remarkable. Letitia appeared to be totally unaware of the accusations, in contrast to Arian, who had to face her partner Hedon. Did she know more than she was revealing, or was she simply choosing to believe her husband? How much did she actually know about Marcel's extracurricular involvement, and how far would she go to protect him? As you can imagine, there was a severe rift between the couples and their respective friends as a result of the mounting storm of cheating accusations, secrecy, and denial. Fans were waiting impatiently for the fallout, because Martel and Martel were caught in a situation that didn't seem to be easy to resolve. What transpires then, when spouses and friends are the targets of this type of treachery? Will Destiny support Martel in spite of the charges? Will Alicia be kept in the dark, or will she be compelled to confront her husband about his alleged infidelity? Most importantly, given that her faith in Martel has been destroyed, how will Arian handle this mess? We're only getting started, and things are going to take a startling turn. That most contentious figures in the whole saga, he was the subject of all these circulating allegations of infidelity, and his deeds have left a path of devastation in his wake. The world was talking about his entire double life, and how he balanced the families of two women and a public career at the same time, not just his affair with his mistress Arian. Martel's affair with Arian didn't happen overnight. She had been leading a double life for months before their relationship was made public. Martel had to uphold his image as a prosperous businessman and well-known personality on Love and Marriage Huntsville. He pretended to be a devoted husband and father to Melody while secretly having an affair with Arian. Even more startling is the fact that Martel's wife Melody wasn't exactly unaware of what he was doing. Melody endured Martel's betrayal and disrespect for a considerable period of time while their marriage was failing, but the truth didn't become clear to everyone until the affair was proven. Let's examine Martel and Arian's relationship in more detail. From the outside, it might appear to be a clear-cut case of infidelity, but after hearing Arian's side of the story, everything becomes completely different. She claims that despite having an affair, Martel never really left his wife Melody. The time spent together, the covert communications, and the secrecy all added up. Arian has even asserted that the affair began as something more passionate, and that Martel promised her a future, even though they were still married. However, as time passed, Arian began to see that Martel's assurances were meaningless. The greatest betrayal occurred when Martel attempted to persuade Arian that he would leave Melody for her, and that the relationship would eventually become something more. However, as everyone is aware, that did not occur. Rather, the relationship was publicly displayed as Martel alternated between his mistress and his wife, keeping both of them in the dark while living a deceptive life. What about Arian, the woman who was ensnared in this maelstrom? We now know that Martel was leading a double life, but what about R's emotional toll? Arian's relationship with Martel was similar to Melody's in many respects. She was duped into thinking that Martel would eventually divorce his wife and make her his only child by making her false promises. However, the repercussions were disastrous when that never materialized. When Arian discovered that she was only a single component in Martel's puzzle, she was devastated. She said in a public statement that she was unaware of the extent of Martel's deception, and that Learning of his liaison with Melody was like receiving a kick to the stomach. How could she have been so caught off guard? And more significantly, how could she have been so gullible as to accept all of Martel's statements? Even more startling is the fact that in spite of the betrayal, even after all the harm had been done, Ariane found it difficult to accept the idea of breaking up with Martel, but she was still prepared to forgive him for his deeds. However, as her relationship with Martel deteriorated, as she came to the realization that everything would be different. Martel's double life was about more than just infidelity. It was about the complete disregard for her as a person. She was more than just a woman he was having an affair with. He had deceived her into believing in his love by promising her a future. Being duped by someone you trust is a terrible reality that wears a person down. Ariane was left to reconstruct her broken trust. As the layers of Martel's deceit were revealed, she also had to face the consequences of her own decisions. Was she merely a victim of a toxic relationship, or was she involved in encouraging Martel's behavior? The story doesn't stop there though, because like any cheating scandal, there are repercussions that go well beyond the individuals who were directly impacted. In this instance, everyone in their immediate vicinity was impacted by Martel's actions, not just his wife Melody and his mistress Ariane. There is still one unanswered question. In spite of everything that transpired between Martel and Ariane, leaving friends, family, and even fans wondering who could be trusted and what kind of person could pull off such a complex betrayal. How did Ariane handle the turmoil and emotional burden that accompanied being a part of such a well-publicized scandal? Was she destined to make the same mistakes again, or did she take anything away from her time with Mar? As we delve into the fallout from Martel's betrayal in the following section, the tension keeps building. What transpired following the breakup, and how did Ariane deal with her emotional healing? You might be surprised by the answers. It's simple to concentrate on the hurt, the rage, and the immediate emotional fallout when considering the aftermath of a cheating scandal. But the true struggle frequently starts after the public drama subsides. For Ariane Curry, the fallout from her affair with Martel Holt was anything but straightforward. Rather, it turned into a deeply emotional process of self-discovery, recovery, and above all, learning to let go of a toxic relationship. Ariane was left to pick up the pieces of her broken emotional state. After the affair was revealed, she had put a great deal of herself into her relationship with Martel because she believed in his love, his promises, and the future he allegedly had in store for them. The emotional cost was high when that future never materialized. Being betrayed by someone you trust is one thing, but realizing that you were tricked into thinking the betrayal was something else is quite another. The reality struck Ariane hard. She was taken aback by the realization that she would never truly be the person he would pick. Even though Martel had promised her everything while leading a double life, her realization that the man she had built a life with had deceived her, manipulated her, and played with her emotions was what caused her pain, not just the affair. And even though she may have wished to think that Martel would eventually break up with his wife and start a new life with her, he wasn't going anywhere, and he wasn't telling her the truth. That much was clear. One might think that once everything was revealed, Ariane would leave Martel and never return. However, that was untrue. Ariane had trouble letting go, just like a lot of people in toxic relationships. Cutting ties with someone you've invested so much of your emotions in isn't as easy as it might seem, particularly if they've convinced you that they love you and want to be with you. Even after the lies were revealed, a part of her continued to hold out hope that things might be different, but reality finally set in, and Ariane began to realize how emotionally she had manipulated. As the days stretched into weeks and weeks into months, Ariane realized that the only way she could recover was to sever all ties with Martel. The promises, the lies, the gaslighting, it all became evident that Martel had done more than simply cheat on her. He had emotionally depleted her, but making that choice wasn't simple. Realizing that Martel's actions were motivated by him rather than by her was one of the most important turning points in Ariane's healing process. He was the one with the problem, the one who couldn't be faithful, honest, or put anyone else before himself. Ariane held herself responsible for the incident. For a long time, she believed she should have recognized the warning sign earlier and should have known better, but she eventually came to realize that she wasn't the cause. She had no control over the fact that Martel was the one who had deceived her. Ariane's self-worth, self-esteem, and trustworthiness were all negatively impacted by the emotional roller coaster, which didn't end when the relationship did. Similar difficulties are faced by many women who are in toxic Relationships, they doubt their worth, their beauty, and their capacity to build wholesome relationships. It's simple to fall into the trap of believing that you're not deserving of love and that you'll never meet someone who will treat you with the deference you merit. However, Erin started to regain her confidence as she recovered. It was a gradual and uncomfortable process, but it was essential in order to get through the emotional fallout. She turned to her network of close friends and family. Even though it was challenging, she began to see that she was more capable than she had previously thought, and more than Martel had ever let her see. Erin faced yet another obstacle as she started dating again. How could she rebuild trust after being so badly hurt by the person she trusted the most? How could she let someone new into her life? One of the most difficult things to do is to trust again after being betrayed. This callous for vulnerability, confidence, and a willingness to take chances despite constant fear of being harmed. However, this process turned into a quest for self-discovery for Erin, who learned to love herself before letting anyone else close. And during this process of reconstruction, something important occurred. Erin began to understand that she didn't require Martel's approval or his definition of her value. One of the most crucial phases in her healing process was learning to love herself. Although Erin learned that she could be happy, heal, and move on without Martel's lies weighing her down, the emotional wounds from their relationship are probably never going to fully go away. Erin experienced a renewed sense of calm. Even though she may not have the future she had imagined with Martel, she was at last able to see that there might be a future without him, one in which she could prosper, be respected and loved, and be authentic. Of course, the story doesn't stop there. Just like any other public relationship, everyone in Erin's immediate vicinity, including her family, friends, and the fans who followed her every step on social media, was impacted by the emotional journey. Everybody had an opinion about her relationship with Martel, and as she progressed through her recovery, she started speaking up for people who had gone through similar things. Her story was about more than just betrayal. It was about fortitude, tenacity, and the ability to take back your life. We will explore how Erin took charge of her story, how she is inspiring others with her story, and what she plans to do going forward as she continues to let go of the past. In the next section, the crucial question still stands, though: will Erin's shadow continue to follow her, or is she really prepared to put this chapter of her life behind her for good? Regardless of how far she goes, keep an eye out, because Erin's journey is about to take another turn. Something extraordinary started to take shape as Ari and Curry recovered from the emotional scars caused by Martel Holt. It was more than just a change in her emotional state. It was a complete revolution in her life and mindset after she had experienced heartbreak and betrayal, among other things.